This is the Goal for Goal pregame show with head coach Bobby Brybieska. A review of our last game and a look at today's contest, sponsored by the Goal for Goal soccer camps. And now, here's the coach.
And a very pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Maize South High School at 37th and Tyler Road for tonight's opening round playoff game. The first day of the playoffs is today, and tonight the Mavericks of Maize South are entertaining the Grizzlies of Wichita Northwest High School. Along with our producer, engineer, Greg Darnell, I'm Kevin Arkin. Glad to be with you. We have no coach's interview tonight. This game was literally sprung on us so late in the scheme of things over the weekend that Bobby and I did not have a chance to get together prior to game time. So we're going to keep it here. They're going to be introducing players here in about 8 minutes anyway. So we'll just keep it right here. And we'll give you some information about how we got here today and how we got here tonight. The Grizzlies are in the bottom half of the draw for the playoffs, which is why we are on the road. They come in with a record of 6-10 on the regular season. The Mavericks of Maize South are 13-3 in the regular season, and they are the number 3 seed overall in the South Central bracket. Number 1 seed this year is Andover Central. They come in at 14-1-1 on the season. Number 2 is Salina Central. They come in at 13-3 also, and they won on the tiebreaker to take the number 2 seed. Maize South, as I mentioned, is number 3. Beg your pardon. McPherson is number 4. They finished their year at 12-4. The 5th seed, if I can find it on my bracket, is Bishop Carroll. They also finished at 12-4. Number 6 seed, Goddard Eisenhower at 12-4. Number 7 seed, Salina South High at 9-7. Number 8 was Heights High at 8-7-1, our most recent opponent. Number 9 seed, Cape and Mount Carmel, also 8-7-1 on the season. The 10th seed was Valley Center at 8-8. The 11th seed is Maize at 7-9. The 12th seed, I want to confirm it before I say it, is Andover. They come in at 6-9-1. The 13 seed should be us. No, we're the 14 seed. The 13 seed, I should have remembered this. And why am I not finding it on my list here? Hayes High at 6-10 is the 13 seed. We're the 14 seed, which is why we're playing the number 3 seed. I should have figured that one out. The play-in game for the 15 and 16 seeds is also being played tonight at Great Bend. Great Bend at 6-10 is taking on Newton at 13-3, and that's the seedings for this bracket. Andover Central will play tomorrow. They will play the winner of Ark City and Goddard, who is playing tonight. Heights is playing Capon tomorrow night on the other side of that part of the bracket. Also on the with a play-in game, I mentioned Great Bend and Newton. The winner of that will play Salina Central tomorrow night. And the other side of that bracket being played tonight, Salina South High is playing Valley Center. In the South Central region number 3, Maize South is playing Wichita Northwest tonight, of course, right here. And Goddard Eisenhower is playing at Eisenhower. They are playing Maize tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And then finally, McPherson plays Hayes tomorrow night at McPherson. And Carroll will host Andover High School tonight. Their game will be played at the same time as ours. All games are being played at 6 o'clock, so nobody can do any scouting or anything on other teams, as everybody will be playing at the same time.
Good luck to both teams.
We're going to be letting the PA announcer introduce the two teams here because, once again, we're in a location where the PA speaker is literally 3 feet from our microphone. You can hear him in the background talking about sportsmanship and the like. We're going to go ahead and send it to a quick break, and then we'll come back for the starting lineups and the play-by-play. So we invite you to stay with us. Glad to have you with us wherever you are, and we also especially want to welcome any Maize South fans who are tuned in tonight. We're glad to have you as well. So stay with us. We'll be right back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 5A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long in battle after battle. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit number 19 Memorial Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambledon Ford, we're better, we're proving it, you be the judge. And by Fleeson, Gooing, Colson, and Kitch Attorneys, we believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. Also by ABC Discount Wine and Spirits and the Humidor, with 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 8550 West 21st Street. By Aerotech Engineering in Maize, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. By Regional Contractors, LLC of Lenexa, Kansas. The regional team is with you every step of the way. By Basis Engineering of Wichita, providing expertise in mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering. And by the law firm of Dugan and Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trust. And by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now to the field, and your host, Kevin Arkin.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and direct your attention to the American flag in the north end of the stadium for the playing of our national anthem. Now, if you would direct your attention to the center of the field as we announce tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Northwest Grizzlies. At goalkeeper, a sophomore, Andrew Fisher. Number 6, a senior, Jiro Ornelas. Number 8, a sophomore, Enrique Morales. Number 9, a sophomore, Sam Mueller. Number 10, a senior, Daniel Rivas. Number 12, a senior, Trent Landenberger. Number 14, a sophomore, Carson Arndt. Number 15, a junior, Ernesto Ortiz. Number 16, a senior, Chris Navarrete. Number 17, a junior, Gerardo Guevara. And number 20, a junior, Aspen Wadlow. The head coach for the Grizzlies is Bobby Bribeska. And now the starting lineups for your 2018 Maize South Mavericks. At goalkeeper, a senior, Ethan Gamber. Number 4, a junior, Jonah Clevenger. Number 6, a junior, Jack Mansky. Number 7, a sophomore, Landon Eskridge. Number 8, a sophomore, Adam Dyer. Number 10, a senior, Andrew Bliss. Number 11, a senior, Bryce Bowman. Number 14, a junior, Cole Whitmore. Number 15, a senior, Spencer Steinhoff. Number 17, a junior, Cooper Joseph. And number 18, a senior, Blake Grisham. The Mavericks are coached by Ray Ramirez. The officials for tonight's contest are Steve Raveski and Colton Russell, and in the center we have John Nichols. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's have a great game.
And we welcome you aboard, ladies and gentlemen, as you've listened to the introductions of the players. Again, I'm Kevin Arkin, glad to be with you. I'm joined by executive producer Greg Darnell, and this proves to be a barn burner tonight. A great crowd on hand, a beautiful night. You couldn't ask for better weather in late October than we have right now. Game time temperature, 73 degrees. There is no wind, period. I mean, the flags are limp. There is no advantage for wind tonight at all. Grizzlies are in their home white uniforms. Their road white uniforms, playing from right to left here in the first half, and the homestanding Mavericks wearing black uniforms with gold trim and white numerals, and a great job to their tailors, as they actually have uniforms where you can read the numbers, and they get my kudos for that. Glad to have you along wherever you are on the World Wide Web, and if you're a Maize South supporter, we're glad to have you on as well. We appreciate your joining us. Hope you enjoy the contest as we bring it to you, and keeping in mind that this will have a decidedly Northwest Grizzly flavor to it from the broadcast booth. Andrew Fisher in goal for the Grizzlies, the sophomore, all set to go. Maize South will kick off to start it. And we're about ready to take on the Mavericks of Maize South High School. We're playing on a multi-surface field here. As you can see, it's marked for football and for soccer. The soccer markings are in yellow, and they are hard to see by our camera. We'll do the best we can to tell you where everything is, and we're going to use those football markings to our advantage as we go through this contest. We want to congratulate the new coach of the Northwest Grizzlies, because I sure don't know who that guy is, but Coach Bobby Bribieska probably has heard his name butchered a gazillion different ways, but never like that one. All taking it in good stride, of course. Grizzlies with the ball on the far side. Ortiz with it. Gives it up, trying to get it back, and Maize South will control. And here come the Mavericks back with the ball coming out here to center. There's a long one. Close to being offside, but he stayed on. A pass back there to Cooper Joseph. Joseph trying to get around Carson Arndt. No chance of that, but he does pass it forward into the corner. Daniel Rivas takes it away. Can't clear it, however. Joseph gets it back, and now back out here to center to Bryce Bowman. Over here on the near side, Whitmore has it for the Mavs. And this one's going to go out of play. This should belong to the Mavericks, and it does. Throw in goes to Andrew Bliss, number 10. He's going to get it right back. Big hop on this field. This is a hard AstroTurf surface, although I did walk on it before the game, and it is the newer style AstroTurf that actually does look like grass when you get up to it and does have a little bit of cushion to it. Grass is dry. The field is dry tonight, so there won't be any ball skipping, at least not during the early part of the contest. If there's moisture that forms on the field after the sun goes down, perhaps later. Bliss with it again, dishes it off. Now on the far side. Mavericks control. A long one here into the corner to Clevenger. He dishes it back now to Bowman. Bowman trying to get around Hyro, unable to do so. Give and go back to him now, off the post. And it goes out of play. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies dodge a bullet here early. During our abbreviated pregame program tonight, and in fact, we didn't get a chance to visit with Coach B. There's an opportunity. This one's going to go over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick for Andrew Fisher. One of the things that we did not mention is that the Grizzlies are desperate for offense. They have not scored a goal in 240 minutes coming into this contest. That's 3 games in a row in which they were shut out after winning in overtime against North High. It's very important that the Grizzlies score first. And so far, the Mavericks are dominating play here, as the ball has been played entirely in front of Andrew Fisher for the first 4 minutes plus of this first half. Out of play it goes. It'll be a throw-in for Maize South. Winner of this game will move on. The loser will call it a year. The winner will play the winner of the Eisenhower and Maize game. Here's an opportunity and a nice play that time by Sam Mueller to kick it out of play. It will be a corner kick for the Mavericks on the near side, but a great defensive play as lined up to take a blast was Landon Eskridge.
Number 11, Bryce Bowman.
Bowman's going to take the corner and into the penalty area where it's headed over the top of the goal by Cole Whitmore, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. This portion of Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you by Mel Hambledon Ford, 11771 West Kellogg. We're better, we're proving it. You be the judge. Mel Hambledon Ford. We want to thank all the people who helped make this webcast possible tonight outside of our sponsors, who we, of course, thank every game. Wadlow sends one back to center. We thank the Kansas State High School Activities Association for their cooperation and providing us with an opportunity to webcast this one for you. And we also want to thank all the good folks here at Maize South, especially Athletic Director Curtis Klein, for their hospitality. They are awesome to work with. It has been several years since I've done a game from here, and I remembered them fondly from the last time I was here, as this one is picked up by Andrew Fisher. Because they treat us all so well. They're really great to their guests, and we sure appreciate that. Fisher sends one out here to center. It's going to be headed forward there by Andrew Bliss. Hyro intercepts one. Can he get past? No, he can't. That's too bad. Ernesto and his counterpart fighting for it. Hyro comes back. Ernesto now passes it to Carson. And that ball is intercepted, but Mueller sends a long one. Enrique Morales unable to catch up with it for the Grizzlies. Sam Mueller sends a long one. This is going to go all the way back to goalkeeper Ethan Gamber, who will throw it on the near side to Cole Whitmore, number 14. And the Mavericks bring it back into Grizzly territory with a long one that Andrew Fisher will corral with no problem. The lights are on here at Maize South. got a good crowd on hand. You can't see any of them because they're right below us. We're on the same side here as the crowd, unlike Heights where the crowd was opposite us. So we'll be able to hear the crowd noise, and we're actually sitting right behind the Maize South crowd. Here's an opportunity on a breakaway shot and a save by Fisher. Landon Eskridge got behind everybody. They fed him the ball, and he got a point-blank shot off. And Andrew Fisher there to make save numero uno. And it stays scoreless. Maize South coming back with it. Mueller intercepts. Tried to get it to Ernesto, but he went down. And he was pushed. It'll be a foul and a free kick for the Grizzlies right from midfield. Carson Arndt will take it for Northwest. Carson sends a long one across the field, and it's blocked out there by Clevenger. Rivas, up from his defensive spot, sends one into the penalty area where Ethan Gamber picks it up for Maize South, and he'll have a goalkeeper distribution. 8 minutes gone, no score. Playoff game number 1 for the state title in 5A. Winner goes on and plays the Maize Eisenhower winner, and the loser will call it a year. Here comes Hyro up the near side, getting past everybody. Still with it. 2 men to beat. Manages to get the ball through, but he can't get in. And he will get up as no foul is called. And Carson Arndt will intercept the distribution. Has a man all over him. Still controls it. Will give and go. Back to Carson. He chips one forward, trying to get it to Morales. Now the ball being head of the round as it takes the parking lot bounce. Mueller to Arndt. I don't know if we have a foul called here or not. Yes, we do. Hyro, guilty of the infraction, helps his counterpart up. And we continue. There's a long one into the penalty area, and a good job by Chris Navarrete to get there. He taps it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Mavs. In it goes, and a nice play that time by Wadlow to get it away from the striker. Maize South continues to maintain possession, however. Cole Whitmore. And that one comes off the foot of Bryce Bowman and goes over the goal line for a Northwest goal kick. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Mavs about to take a corner kick here as a shot went over the top of the goal, over the crossbar. Now we have another goal kick coming for the Grizzlies. Going to be handled by, looks like Sam Mueller's going to take this one. 11 minutes gone here in the first half. No score. Grizzlies and the Mavericks. And I don't even know from my history, I don't know enough of my Northwest history, to be honest with you, to tell you whether or not these two teams have ever played before. This is the first time in a long time that the Grizzlies have been 5A. Mavericks have been 5A forever, basically since their inception. So this may be the first time we've ever played them. I should have asked somebody that and didn't think of it until just now. We'll assume it's the first meeting between the two teams. Mavericks had a great year. 13-3 was their final season-ending record. Grizzlies 6-10. and on a 3-game losing streak. Not the way you want to come into the playoffs, but they're playing hard and plenty of opportunity here to get that turned around for the Grizzlies. Restart by the Mavericks on the foul. Ball sent to the 30. Bowman has it at the 25, dishes it off on the near side to Whitmore. Whitmore feeding one in that time to Joseph. Joseph still with it. Sends one on the near side and a crossing shot. Wide open shot off over the goal line wide, and it will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies, and they've dodged another bullet. Grizzly Soccer on the Internet being brought to you in part tonight by the families of Tom and Carla Lassiter and the Bob Profit family. We thank both of these families for their continued support of Grizzly Soccer.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 7, Angel Duroff.
We can put the binoculars away. Angel Durath just subbed in for the Grizzlies, and I don't know who he replaced. Did you see who he replaced? I didn't either. We'll figure it out. What matters is who's in, not out anyway. So Durath in the game for the Grizzlies. First substitution of the night for either team. Greg and I were trying to figure out before the game who was going to get the duty of wearing the binoculars and figure out subs, and we even tried to get somebody over there to text them to us, to no avail. We'll just let the PA guy do it because he's over there with a pair of binoculars. Throw in coming for the Grizzlies at about the 10-yard line on the football field to Durath. Durath looking for somebody to squeeze it to. Gets it to Ortiz, who's double teamed. Now Durath comes back and gets it again. He's got a chance. Can he get a pass off? No, but he'll get a shot away, and it goes over the top of everything, and it will be a goal kick for the Mavericks. Some offensive life here for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get it back. Jairo with it. He sends it on the far side over there to Morales. Enrique sends it back, went past Rivas, who overran it. Navarrete there with it. He's going to play up. Now Rivas, nice tackle by Daniel Rivas, the senior captain. And this one goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Maize South. Navarrete gets it back, sends it forward. And this one goes out of play. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. And Coach B over there shouting instructions to his team. Carson Arndt throws it in. This one goes too far for anybody but unless people you're wearing in a black shirt. That's what I'm trying to say. Sam Mueller gets ahead on it, sends it back to center. Mavericks take over there, and here they come down the near side. There's another pass. They were trying to do what they did before, getting it to Eskridge, who's evidently got some wheels for this team. But they couldn't get the ball to him. Bowman has it now, and he'll send one over on the near side where Clevenger sends it to center. And I'm going to have to impose upon my executive producer for some important information here. Who's number 24? He's not on my roster. Right for us, yeah. Oh, he's number 17. Oh, that's Guevara. That's who that is. You're right. There's a shot and a save there by Gamber. And while we weren't paying attention, Gerardo Guevara came in, number 24. He's on my sheet as 17, which is why I didn't know who he was. Got a sub coming in for Maize South as Clevenger's going to go out. And Kumgul comes in. I cannot pronounce his first name. And neither can the PA guy because he skipped it. Anyway, it's Kumgul. He must be an exchange student. That's speculation on my part only, of course. Mavs have it. Grizzlies trying to get it back here. Grizzlies unable to connect on more than a couple passes here in the last couple minutes. On the far side, the Mavericks have it. Passing it deep now into the corner. Back out a little bit. There's a crossing pass, goes right to Andrew Fisher. And Andrew will be the one handling the distribution here. $18 gone here in the first half. No score. Should it be tied in the latter stages of the game? We'll explain the overtime procedure. It's different from regular season because this game must have a winner. Goes out of play. DeRath will throw it in. And he'll give it off to Guevara, who throws it into DeRath. Tapped out of play again that time by Kumgul. And it'll be another throw in. This time it will be handled by Guevara. DeRath sending one forward, blocked by the defense. Bowman sends one all the way across the field. And nice tackle again by the Grizzlies, and this time they're calling a foul on the tackle. John Nichols didn't like something. And he's going to award a free kick to Maize South. Telling everybody to wait for the whistle as he moves the one-man line back. Now Navarrete goes up to help. There's a shot, and Andrew Fisher right there to make the save. And he'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Sends it short and shanks it a little bit. Goes out of play. It'll belong to Maize South. Carson Arndt gets a foot on it, and they call him for dangerous play. As he kicked it all. They did not. They called a push on Cooper Joseph. I stand corrected. Actually, I'll sit corrected. Sam Mueller will take the free kick for the Grizzlies. In the air it goes in the direction of Enrique Morales. And now on the near side, Rivas has it. Trying to keep it in play and pass it up to Morales. Now give and go back to Rivas. Nice play it was. It's going to go out of play. Quick throw incoming here for Northwest. Morales back to Arndt. DeRath was in that mix as well. This is Morales throwing it in. Gets it to Ornelas, who sends it to Navarrete. Angel DeRath, nice trap to control that ball. Has some space at the 30-yard line, now 25. Sends it on the near side to Guevara. Guevara gets around a man, tried to center it, but it's blocked out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest at about the 10. So 20 yards from pay dirt. Sam Mueller sends one to the middle of the field, but it's intercepted there and sent back. It's going to go out of play at the 45, and a throw in. Wadlow will handle it. Aspen throws it forward to DeRath, and it's intercepted instead by the Mavs. And they'll send it forward 1-on-2, and ball goes out of play, belongs to The Mavericks. Kumgul will throw this one in to Joseph, but too far from him, and Wadlow gets it. He'll bring it out, and he'll send a long one all the way down, in fact, to Ethan Gamber, the goalkeeper for Maize South, who will pick it up. And he does a goalkeeper distribution on the far side of the field. Carson Arndt with it. Sends one high in the air, hoping somebody will run under it, but unfortunately it will be a black shirt who taps it out of play. That's Cole Whitmore heading it out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Durath throws it in. Give and go back to him. Looking for some room, sends it across to Rivas. Rivas to Ornelas. Ornelas 25, sends one forward. Trying to get that one into Rivera, couldn't do it. Gets it back now, and he'll send it back to Mueller. Mueller pops one across in the direction of Morales. And finally, the Mavs come away with it. With 3 chances there for the Grizzlies to get something going, just couldn't do it. And Sam Mueller's going to kick this one out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Maize South. We don't have a feed to get you scores from other games tonight.
Number 12, James Evans.
So we can't give you other scores as James Evans comes in for the Mavs. And now the throw-in comes in as well. Evans sees it go past his foot. Taken away from him. There's Angel Durath with it. Ernesto hits the referee. Nichols with it. And finally, Carson Arndt sends a long one forward. Can Angel Durath run to it before it goes out of bounds? The answer is yes. Can he get something centered? The answer is yes. Ernesto, spin move. Shot goes wide right, and it'll be a goal kick for Maize South. This goal kick and this portion of Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer on the internet is being brought to you by Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West in Maize, right here in town. Aerotech Engineering is a proud supporter, of Grizzly soccer. Goal kick taken, being headed around at midfield now. And a long one is going to go all the way back to Andrew Fisher. And Fisher will have a goalkeeper distribution from the top of the penalty area. Sends it out to center in the direction of Ortiz, but it takes a bad bounce. I beg your pardon, I just swallowed a bug. Sorry about that. That hadn't happened in a long time. Free kick coming here for the Mavs. Rejected by the Grizzlies. Angel Durath tried to get it before it went out of play, but he was unable to do so. And it will be a throw in here for Blake Grisham and the Mavericks. He throws it in to Andrew Bliss. Bliss sends it across on the far side now. The switcheroo is on. Everybody shifts over in that general direction. Still in play over there. And back it comes now to Bliss, who will send it back on the near side now, where Blake Grisham gets it again. And Grisham sends a long one forward, offside the call. This is all going to come back, folks. And it will be a free kick for Northwest. Wadlow will take this one from the 23-yard line. And in the air it goes. Too far, headed back by the Mavs. Bliss heads it back now. He sends another one forward. And giving chase over there on the near side Sam Mueller sees one go past him. There's a centering pass. Dangerous play here for the Mavericks. Joseph trying to get a shot off, unable to do so. It goes wide. Kept in by Maize South. Into the penalty area it comes, and a header right to Andrew Fisher, who gets a round of applause from the Northwest faithful who are here. And once again, Andrew Fisher comes up big and gets the ball before Eskridge can do something again. 12 and a half remaining here in the first half. No score between the Grizzlies and the Mavericks. Guevara with it, sends it back to Mueller. Mueller back to Guevara. Mueller now sends one too far for Carson Art to corral, and Morales was trying to get there for the Grizzlies, but he was screened on the play, and now Navarrete wins it back, sends it to Rivas. Rivas loses it. Here come the Mavs, 3-on-3. Far side of the field over there is Steinhoff. And he loses it to a foul. Referee Nichols calls a foul that will belong to Maize South at the 17-yard line. Can't see who's taking the free kick from this angle, but it isn't any one of us. Into the goal area it goes, over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. This portion of Soccer on the Internet being brought to you by the Best Western Wichita North Hotel and Suites in Park City at 53rd Street and the Canal Route. Best Western Wichita North Hotel is a proud sponsor and supporter of Grizzly Soccer. Mueller will take this one and sends it out to center. Right idea. Bliss and Durath fighting for it. Ortiz slips, and it may be that it's very possible that the turf is getting slick as the sun is going down, and it is humid. No chance of rain, however, during the game. The forecast for the game is perfect weather, and if we were playing tomorrow night, as half the teams are, they have a good chance for rain tomorrow night. And it's going to be a lot colder tomorrow night. So weather-wise, we really lucked out here this evening, as the temperature is 69 degrees here at Maize South. Not bad for late October. And if you were looking down at the fans and seeing them all huddled in blankets, that's very deceiving. It isn't that cold. I'm up here in shirt sleeves, and our executive producer's wearing shorts. And we have the windows wide open. So we're not cold at all. We're very comfortable. Just a perfect night for soccer all the way around. Durath, 1-on-4. Can't keep it. Here comes Maize South back with it, but Durath gets right back to it. Good hustle by the youngster. Keeps it again, looking for some help. And he finally pokes it to high row. A give and go back to Durath, and he was screened on the play. No foul for obstruction. Ball goes out of play. It will belong to Maize South, and they send it in here to center. Carson Arndt gets it, sends it on the far side to Rivas, one of the 3 team captains this year. And there's a shot by is that Navarrete? Who is it that shot that? That's Ortiz that shot that. Went over the top of the crossbar for a goal kick, but a great header by Ernesto. Ernesto, quite honestly, was the last person to score a goal on this team 4 games ago, as he scored the winner in overtime against North High. Seems like last year. Here's a chance for Ornelas as he got behind the defense. One-on-one, leaves it for Durath. Durath can't get to it. Ball's ticked away, but Guevara has it. Now he centers one. Grizzlies creating some chances here. Bowman sends it on the far side to, I think that's Joseph over there. And the ball goes, it stayed in play, and they send it back to Ethan Gamber, who will reset the offense. 7:45 to go. First half. Maize South and Northwest Grizzlies. Here's another chance for, there's a shot and a score. I saw that coming. Eskridge got behind the defense for probably the 10th time.
Number 7, Landon Eskridge.
And this time he
left to go in the first half. The score is Maize South 1, Northwest 0.
He got behind the defense, gets the goal. And if the Grizzlies are going to win this one, they're going to have to do it coming from behind. Plenty of time left, no reason to panic. And you cannot argue with the quality of that goal. It was a great goal. He got a great feed, and he turned the jets on, did Eskridge, and just got behind all three of the Northwest defenders who were with him. Ornelas with it now as we try to get the equalizer. Guevara giving chase, unable to reach it prior to Bliss. Bliss will send it back to Gathers, or Gamber, excuse me. I don't know what I was thinking. Joseph taps it out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. And Hyro will handle the honors for the Grizzlies. We'll acknowledge we have some roster changes tonight for the playoffs, as coaches are allowed to expand their rosters and bring up some JV players if they elect to do so. Here's Bowman. Maize South is working this ball. There's one that's gonna dribble and go. Where does it go? I think that's going to be a corner. It is on the near side. We'll give you this other information here in moments. Bowman heading over, I believe, to handle the corner
kick for the Mavericks. Number 11, Bryce Bowman.
Told you. Bryce Bowman handling the corner kick chores tonight. This one goes through the penalty area and clear to the far side of the field. And it's going to go out of play and belong to the Grizzlies. Nice job of screening the ball that time. Screening the play, and Morales gets credit for that. So I was starting to tell you about our roster expansions. Players added to the roster. I forgot what you said this was. Dallin Dundas is a freshman midfielder. He's wearing number 4 tonight for the Grizzlies. Dylan Kamenicki, the senior defender, wears number 11. There was one other one. I could have sworn there were 3. I could have sworn there were 3. And we have a foul called. It'll be a free kick here for Northwest. I guess it was just 2. I could have sworn there were 3, but now I'm only seeing 2, so we welcome both of them to the roster for the playoffs. I know it's a great honor for them to be called up by Coach Burbieska to join the squad and provide additional depth for the playoff run. Who's going to take this? Carson Arndt's going to take it. He blasts one right at Gamber. And Gamber gets his second save of the night. To go against the 3 saves we've recorded for Andrew Fisher here in the first half. Throw in coming for Northwest. Bowman intercepts it for the Mavs, and he sends one forward in the direction of Eskridge. Eskridge does have it, gets behind Wadlow. Now Wadlow catches up and blocks it very nicely. I was just going to say he was blocking the passing lane, and indeed he did, and he forced the throw in from the Mavericks, preventing the pass across the penalty area. Throw in comes in, too far for anybody. Morales will send one toward midfield, where it's corralled there by the Mavericks. Sam Mueller intercepts that pass, but it lands right on the foot of Eskridge anyway. Loose ball, and Andrew Fisher comes up and gets it with relative ease. With 3 minutes remaining here in the first half, and the Grizzlies down 1-0. We invited our host tonight, Athletic Director Curtis Klein, to come up and join us at halftime. He was reluctant to do so, and quite frankly, I know he is also awfully busy, so he may or may not be up here at halftime, but if he's not up here, maybe we can get Kathy Fisher to come up. What do you think? You're the producer.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 5, Jack Fincham. Number 18, Caleb Blaine.
Caleb Blaine and Jack Fincham, numbers 18 and 5 respectively, come in for the Grizzlies. Only the second set of subs for the night, and they're going to sub in another player here because there is someone else standing on the sideline, and it will happen right now. Caleb didn't come in? Is that who that is? So Caleb hasn't come in. He was announced. Evidently, he didn't get to the line in time. And he's not coming in now because this is not a throw-in. This is a foul. It's a free kick for Carson. And Carson sends a long one into the penalty area. But Gamber is there again to make a relatively easy save. And we now have him, whoops, I just did that wrong. We now have him with 3 saves. And we have Andrew Fisher with 4. There's a chance, and a header goes wide left, and a goal kick for the Grizzlies. And wow, that was dangerous. Rivas takes this goal kick and sends it out to midfield, where it's headed back by the Mavs and all the way back to Gamber. And he'll send one forward again. Navarrete gets ahead on it, steers it wide, but nobody there but black shirts. And here comes Maize South with it, trying to get one in here right before halftime. 20 seconds to go until half. There's a centering pass intended for Eskridge, but the Grizzlies were all over that. At midfield. That's going to do it, folks. 3 seconds to go. And there's the horn. We are at halftime, and the halftime score, your Wichita Grizzlies trail 1-0. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza in 90 seconds. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer. back to Maize South High School with our executive producer, Greg Darnell. I'm Kevin Arcanu. We are at halftime. And, during all of that, I should have reset the clock so we knew how much time we have. And I failed to do so. Here we go. And it looks like Mr. Klein is not going to make his way up here, which is not totally unexpected, as, again, he's kind of busy tonight. Also was a little camera shy as well. Not a lot to talk about here in the first half. The Grizzlies probably played one of their better halves of soccer in the last 4 games tonight against a very good Maize South Maverick team. We have 1 goal in the game. It was scored by Landon Eskridge on a breakaway. He had 4 or 5 breakaways during the first half and managed to cash in on one of them as he got behind the Grizzly defense and went one-on-one with Andrew Fisher, who quite frankly had no chance on that goal. Grizzlies have had a couple of chances. Ethan Gamber credited with 3 saves in the first half, as opposed to Andrew Fisher, who had 4 of his own in the first half. A couple of them of the spectacular variety. And Andrew has hung in there through thick and thin the last few games when he's got no offensive support, as we've been unable to put the ball in the hole. And he has kept us in games, literally kept us in games. And the hardest part, or the most critical part of any portion of any game, has been the first 5 minutes of the second half, because that has basically dictated the outcome of the contest. If we win, let me find my bracket here. I just had it a moment ago. If we come back and win tonight, which we're planning on doing, we will play at 6 o'clock right back here, I think. Well, I'm not sure. If we win tonight, we won't play here. We would play either at Maize or Eisenhower. There's no chance of our getting a home game. We would play either at Maize South, at Maize, regular Maize, if you will, and or Eisenhower, depending on who wins that game, which is being played tomorrow night. That game will be played on Thursday night, and if there is a Thursday night game, it will be webcast live, so you can't get to the game, or if you're from out of town, you can watch it right here on the Grizzlies Soccer Network. I could spend all of halftime thanking all of the sponsors who have participated in making not only these webcasts, but Grizzly Soccer probably the best program. No question it's the best program in the City League. Best supported program in the City League. The sponsors of our golf tournament, which is our fundraising vehicle, year after year, provide all of the funding necessary to maintain that field, that stadium, because none of it's done with school money. It's all private money, as well as to provide scholarships for 2 of our players, one of the boys and one of the girls. Each year, a $1,000 scholarship is provided to them. For their college, to further their college education. Ladies and gentlemen, at each home game, if you've not been there, if you have been there, you know, and if you haven't been there, I'm telling you now, we give special recognition on the LED message board to all of the main sponsors of our annual fundraising golf tournament. You can add your business or family to that list right now for as little as $100. Sponsorships for this summer's golf tournament, which is being played July 8th at Willow Bend Golf Club, are now being accepted. Be an early bird sponsor. Get your sponsorship in now. Get your commitment in now. And not only will you get recognition all of next year on the message board and in these webcasts as our thanks. But you'll get it for the entire spring season of this year as well. For more information, you can either contact Coach Bobby Brybieska. His phone number is 650-9961. That's 650-9961. Or call me, Kevin Arkin, 734-0057. 734-0057. And I have the easiest email on the team to remember. redcard@cox.net. You can email me and I'll call you back. redcard@cox.net. Be a sponsor and help your Grizzlies next year.
Hey man, you got out for football?
Band class still needs you, man. Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Again, we want to thank the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Everybody in the offices up there, they're working their tails off on all these postseason tournaments, and we appreciate their support and their help in making this happen. What am I doing with this? It's for pictures. You already made it. Okay. Alrighty. You're my witness. Sorry, folks. We're doing a little housekeeping here. I can post it. You want me to post it? Okay. I will post it, and I will post the link to it. And it may not happen tonight. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for doing it. I apologize, folks. This is a one-sided conversation. I'm actually talking to our photographer extraordinaire. See that microphone hanging down there? Pick it up. Now you can talk too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can go right here. Oh, it is kind of loud.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
So we'll just move that here. So unless you want a real close up.
No, thanks. Evening, folks.
Yeah, you want to tell them what this is all about?
Yeah, we have a slideshow presentation from all the games that the soccer boys have played. It's in chronological order, which is even better. We've got junior varsity and varsity. A lot of action shots. A few pictures of the coaches. A few pictures of team dinners. And a whole lot of action and sweat.
You know what no one has ever taken a picture of?
Your soundtrack for the Maize South Mavericks.
I do need a picture of you. Hang on.
Do you have your camera with you? Oh, she's got it on her. My gosh. Look at that. You better get ready to smile, Buster. Here, hang on a minute. We're going to do this right. I'll tell you what. Instead of doing it that way, hold that. Okay, take a picture of Kevin Arkin and the executive producer, Greg Darnell.
Nice smiling.
Will you email me that picture? I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I can't put it in the slideshow, but I'll post it on the website.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Good night, okay?
Hi, you too. Thank you much. I appreciate it. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a slideshow, and it will be posted on the web here probably tomorrow night. So you can look at the Grizzly website for that. As you can see, the teams are ready to play, and we're ready for them to play. Grizzlies playing from, whoops, I'm not ready for them to play. I haven't done anything here. This unexpected guest here. We're very laid back here. For those of you in the Maize High community, keep in mind this is not NBC by any means. So you know, we kind of fly by the seat of our pants up here, and that's the way I want it. And as you can tell, or you can tell by the background, it's getting dark. The lights have really taken their effects. There is a big moon tonight. I think it's a full moon or close to it, but we haven't, we're not going to be able to see much of it because it's getting cloudy over there. Here's one that's going to go out of play and belong to the Mavericks. Grizzlies in their road whites, Mavericks in their home black and gold uniforms. Here's Hyro getting one forward. Give and go. Chance for the Grizzlies. Ernesto. A shot and a save by Gamber. And that was indeed the closest the Grizzlies have come to a goal here this evening. On the near side, Dyer has it, number 8 for the Mavs. Here's DeRath making a move. Angel sends it forward to Ortiz. He's onside. One man to beat, sends it, leaves it back. Nobody there to get the ball, however. Hyro giving chase. Grizzlies playing some high pressure here. And now we have a foul or is the ball out of play? We have a throw in for the Grizzlies. Rivas heels it forward, heads it forward now in the direction of Morales. Out of play it goes. It'll belong to Northwest. Grizzlies have a chance to make some noise here. Trying to get the tying goal. Beg your pardon, folks. I don't have a kill switch here. Glad to have you folks wherever you are on the World Wide Web tonight. In town, out of town. Glad you could join us. And if you're watching this on the podcast because you came to the game, we thank you for watching the podcast. For those of you in the Maverick community, this game is being podcast, and the same link that gets you to the game now will get you to the podcast, so you can watch it again later as well if you desire to do so. Here's Ornelas with it, and a long one coming to Morales, but it's intercepted. Navarrete trying to get it and kicks it out of play. There's a throw in coming by Steinhoff. Give and go back to Steinhoff, and a nice tackle by Rivas. He's made several good tackles tonight. Morales to Ernesto, who heads it. I'm sorry, that was Ortiz who headed it to Ernesto. Bowman for the Mavericks sends it forward. It's intercepted by Mueller, who will kick it into the bleachers on the other side of the field. And it will be a throw-in for the Mavericks. Carson Arndt sends it back to Rivas. And over on the far side, sending it forward. Ernesto with the ball. Rivera sends one forward, and this time we're offside. DeRath got caught offside that time, but it'll be a free kick for the Mavericks. Mavericks lead 1-0 on a goal by Landon Eskridge on a breakaway in the first half. Here come the Mavericks, crossing pass. Steinhoff sends it back. Bowman with it. Gets around one man. Gets around a second. Now he dishes it off. Give and go back to Bowman. And this one goes over the goal line where it will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. This portion of Soccer on the Internet is brought to you in part by Hoydale Company Incorporated. The Hoydale team may not be the best at soccer, but they've been doing business for over 70 years. It can fix your gas pumps, lifts, compressors, and any other industrial equipment. For gas station equipment sales or service, come by and see us at the corner of Harry and McComas or call 942-1361. And from everybody at Hoydale Company, tanks for everything. Mavericks have it coming forward now after Gamber gave him a goalkeeper distribution. It goes out of play. It will belong to the Mavs. It looks like Bowman's going to be the one throwing it in, or is he going to give it away here? He does indeed give it away. He gives it to Jackson Mansky, who throws it in. Steinhoff tries to center one. Mansky with it again. There's a crossing pass all the way across. And this one comes out towards center and stays in play. Mavericks still control it. There's an interception by Carson Arnton. He tried to feed Angel DeRath, who was breaking downfield. Rivas blocks a pass. And ball tapped out of play. Rivas will throw it in here. 7 minutes gone. Second half, 1-0. Grizzlies trail. Mavericks weaving through. Bowman just weaving through traffic, gets a shot off, and it goes wide for a goal kick. This portion of Grizzly Soccer on the Internet being brought to you in part by Realtor Beverly Giles. Now is the time to purchase a new home or sell your existing home. Beverly Giles is your experienced realtor. Give her a call at 393-5137. 393-5137. We thank Beverly Giles for her support of Grizzly Soccer on the World Wide Web. You know what hadn't happened all year, Mr. Darnell? I have yet to be caught with our team scoring a goal while I'm doing a commercial. Tonight's the night. Let's get a goal while we're in commercial. I can't think of anything better except getting a goal when we're not in commercial. Here's a chance. Gamber can't handle it with his hands. There's an opportunity. And a shot by Ortiz and a block by the defense. And it goes out of play. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. What a great defensive play back there. And we'll give credit where credit's due. Cole Whitmore gets the nod on that one as he blocked it out of play. Because Gamber had been caught out of his net and been beaten. Carson Arndt going for the header, didn't click. And Rivas trying to get to it, but he can't get to it before it goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in. For the Grizzlies, I guess. I did not see that. Morales throws it in. Here's another shot, and this one goes over the goal for a goal kick for the Mavericks. This portion of Soccer on the Internet being brought to you in part by the law firm of Dugan and Giroux. Paul Dugan and Dan Giroux, along with their staff, stand ready to provide you with a variety of legal services, including personal injury, business law, wills, estates and trusts, and workers' compensation. Dan Giroux is a 1992 alum of Northwest High. Stop by their office at 940 North Tyler Road or check them out on the web at www. I'm telling you, they're going to score in a commercial. I can smell it. Check them out at www.dgwichitalaw.com or call Dan at 721-5500. Dugan and Giroux are proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer. Well, they had a whole minute and almost did it. Inside 30 remaining here in the second half. Still a 1-0 contest. Grizzlies have played well tonight. I can think of nothing I would rather do than to be doing this on Thursday. There's a long one. Gamber will kick it out. And boy, he put a lot of mustard into that one. Wow. That thing went 60 yards. And it's still in play. And a foul called. Foul not called. They called the ball out of play, and the crowd, the partisan crowd below us, wanted a foul called on Daniel Rivas. Didn't happen. Fighting for it. DeRath with it. Grizzlies working hard. Sends one to Morales. Enrique. Centering pass. Blocked by the defense. Out to center. Navarrete sends it right back toward the penalty area. Morales can't get to it. Now it comes out. Here's a chance for Maize South. This one goes all the way back. Fisher sends it out. Rivas watches it go out of play. He'll throw it in now. And we have a throw in coming for the Mavs. Here's a chance getting behind the defense and a shot off over everything. That one by Cooper Joseph. He got behind the defense, and the Grizzlies caught yet another break. And we have a goal kick coming for Northwest High. Here's a long one's going to go out of play. It will be yet another goal kick. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by the following Grizzly supporters: Chris and Jan Shoemaker, the Glenn and Camille Nyberg family, the Joe and Judy Coughlin family, the Tom and Carla Lassiter family, the Bob and Lynn Profit family, Danny and Stacy Higgins of Gecko Painting Incorporated of Olathe, Kansas, Jenny Wiley, and by Kevin and Donna Arkin.
Just underway here at Maize South. Maize with the ball, and they send it back to Gamber, and he's going to send one back out towards center. Navarrete with it. Couldn't control it. It's one back there by the Mavericks, and here they come. And here's another breakaway chance for the Mavericks. And a great defensive play and a shot and a score on the rebound.
Go Mavericks!
Was just going to say the Grizzlies made a great defensive play to stop the breakaway, and in clearing the ball, they sent it right to another black shirt, and boom, in it went. So
goal
it's
scored by
2-0.
number 7, Landon Eskridge.
Eskridge gets the
25-43
second goal
left
of
to go
the
in the
game.
game. The score is Maize South 2, Northwest 0.
2 goals by Landon Eskridge, and the Grizzlies in a deep hole. Eskridge gets it again, tips it off to the far side, then gets in position for a return. The ball is going to belong to the Grizzlies on the foul. 15 gone, second half. Grizzlies down by a pair. haven't scored a goal in 3.5 games, being down by 2 is not going to make it any easier. But it is doable, folks. Goals can come in bunches, and there are a lot of guys on this team who are just flat overdue. There's another chance for Maize South. That goes in.
Goal Mavericks.
Unassisted goal. 2 goals in less than 2 minutes. Get the goal scorer here. He doesn't know either.
Goal scored by number 11, Bryce Bowman.
Bowman gets the goal.
24-26 left to go in the game. The score is Maize South 3, Northwest 0.
And back underway as Northwest kicks it off. Angel DeRath with the ball at the 40. Morales on the near side. Rivas comes up. Daniel looking to get some help. This will be a throw in for Northwest. DeRath spins. Pushed off the ball by Steinhoff, no call. Ortiz. And over on the far side, Sam Mueller with it. Back to Ernesto. And he loses it. Here come the Mavericks back. Fisher comes all the way out to the 25-yard line to blast that one away. Now he's got to hustle back. As the Mavericks got control of the ball again. This one's tipped over the goal line by Navarrete. It'll be a corner kick for the Mavericks. Who's that?
Corner kick for the Mavericks, number 11, Bryce Bowman.
For us. We have a sub coming in here next opportunity. Ball in and on a rebound on a stop goal.
Mavericks. Goal was scored by number 6, Jack Mansky.
Mansky scores.
22:30 left to go in the game. The score is Maize South 4, Northwest 0.
Mansky scores for Maize South. It's 4-0. 3 goals in 3 minutes now. And the wheels have come, the wheels are starting to come off here for the Grizzlies.
Enter the game for
Trent
the Grizzlies, number
Landenberger
12.
comes in for the
Landenberger.
Grizzlies, number 12, the senior coming in to
and for the Mavericks,
play
number
on some
13,
defense.
Nathan Hefner. And number 19, Nicholas Vitteth.
Nathan Hefner comes in for the Mavericks along with Nicholas Visseth, if I pronounce that correctly. Here come the Grizzlies. Now the first thing they got to do is get it off the board. And they're going to say nope. They're going to call a foul on the Grizzlies. Grizzlies can't attack the 4 spot until they get the Schneider off the board. So that is now the ultimate priority. And Morales goes down in a heap. Called for the foul against Joseph. And here come the Mavericks back. There's another opportunity and a good job clearing that one away by Enrique Morales. Be a throw in for the Mavericks. 21 to go and change. The Mavericks have this one under control for the moment.
Corner kick for the Mavericks, number 19, Nicholas Fitchett.
Mavericks will get a corner here. They scored on the last one. Into the penalty area it goes, bounding around loose. That's what happened last time. Finally cleared out by the Grizzlies. Curtis Joseph will get it. He tried to send it back in. It was deflected. And finally Navarrete kicks it out of play. It'll be a throw in again for the Mavericks on the near side. Throw in right to the foot of Steinhoff. Bowman can't control it. Grizzlies can't get it back either, though. And now Morales will send it back to the defense for a distribution. Ornelas tried to get it to Ortiz. Couldn't do it. All the way back to Gamber. Gamber will send it back out towards center. And the moon has risen above the clouds, and it is a nearly full moon tonight. Beautiful night here in Maize, Kansas. And we hope you're enjoying the game tonight. If you're a Northwest fan, I hope you're enjoying it in spite of the score. There's time left. This team's not been playing badly tonight. Ornelas sends one across to DeRath. They can't get the cellophane off the goal. There's a holding call against Clevenger, and it will be a free kick. That was all for naught. Up on the near side comes Laufer. He sends it back out where it is intercepted by Carson Arndt. Carson Arndt just got called for a push. Actually, they gave the ball to the Grizzlies, but Carson Arndt was talked to after the initial foul because he did push off. Bliss sends it out. There's a long one. Nobody there except who else but Landon Eskridge. He goes down. Advantage called. Play continues now. Grizzlies get it back. On the near side with it, Adam Dyer sends it forward. There's another long one, but that's going to go all the way back to Andrew Fisher, who calls his teammate off the ball. And he'll have a goalkeeper distribution now with 18 minutes to go. Iro with it. Trying to bring it forward. Comes into Mavs territory. Here come the Grizzlies, 5-on-4. And down goes. I can't tell who that is over there. Who was that? Was that Angel? At one spot of the field, I'm looking right into the lights. I can't see who. I can't read the numbers. Free kick anyway for the Grizzlies, and it's too long. It was intended for Mueller to try to get a header off. Say that again.
Entering the game for the Crews.
Yeah.
For
Got
the
a goal
Grizzlies,
kick here
number
coming
5,
for
Jack
the
Benjamin.
Mavericks.
Number 18, Caleb Blaine.
Caleb Blaine
Entering
comes
the game
in
for the Mavericks, number 12, James
for the
Evans.
Grizzlies.
And number 22, Brendan Philby.
And Jack Fincham, number 5, also comes back in for Northwest. And Morales will take a seat along with, looks like Carson Arndt's going to get a breather. Here come the Grizzlies. Chance coming if he can center it. He shoots it. Gamber, great save. Wow, that was a great save in the near corner. It goes out of play. It will be a corner kick for the Grizzlies.
Corner kick for the Grizzlies, number 18, Caleb Blaine.
Caleb Blaine taking the corner. They do a short corner kick. Out to center, Landon Berger. Wadlow with it. He brings it forward to the 40. Sends it up to Fincham. Fincham to DeRath. DeRath trying to do a give and go to Fincham, but it went too far. And it's an easy pickup for Gamber. And they will have a goalkeeper distribution. Time starting to run out for the Grizzlies. Out it comes. Caleb Blaine giving chase over there. Gets it to Angel DeRath. DeRath at the center spot. On the far side, sends it to Guevara. Ernesto tried to thread the needle, unable to do so. The ball goes out of play into the Mavericks bench. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Here comes Morales up the middle. He's chipping one forward to Jairo, but Jairo can't control it, and it goes right to the Mavericks, who will send it on the far side. Crowd very quiet since the fourth goal. Neither side making a lot of noise. Good try that time by Mueller. I take that back by Fincham. I don't know what I was thinking. Gamber corrals it back. He will send out a goalkeeper distribution. Mavericks at midfield. Rivera giving chase over there, trying to win it back for Northwest. It looks like the Mavericks are about to make a line change. Grizzlies also have a player warming up over there. On the far side, here comes Northwest. Jairo. Jairo is so overdue. And out of play it goes. It will belong to the Grizzlies. And we'll have our substitutions here. The Northwest throw-in will be handled by the substitute.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 22, William Gomez.
William Gomez comes
For the
in, makes
Mavericks,
his first appearance
number
of the game.
2, Braden Parker. Number 3, Garrett Petty.
Parker and
Number
Petty
15,
come in
Spencer
for
Steinhoff. Number 16, Knight Kumgul.
I don't want to compete with the PA guy. You heard what I heard. Mavericks with the ball at their own 25.
And number 27, Quentin Gee.
He got them all in. Good for him. 11:30 to go here in the second half, and time is a critical factor now for the Grizzlies. They've got to get going. Angel DeRath with it. Leaves it on the far side. On the near side, Landenberger sends one forward, comes right back. Landenberger giving chase, gets ahead on it. And a nice job to get the ball forward again with a man draped all over him. Caleb Blaine gets it, and they're going to chip it all the way back to Andrew Fisher, who gets token pressure. Ball goes out of play. It will belong to the Mavericks at the 20-yard line. 10 minutes to go now in the second. Another throw in coming for Maize South. A long one goes over the crossbar. Holy moly. Which crossbar did that hit? White one or the yellow one? I think it was too. Hit the soccer crossbar and went over. Quick goal kick taken by the Grizzlies. And we dodged a bullet that time. You know, the crossbar and the goalposts are the goalkeeper's favorite pieces of equipment. Ernesto trying to get something going. Navarrete on the far side. 1-on-2. And players go down in a heap. Play continues. Ornelas couldn't get a foot on it. Ortiz with it again. Trying to go 1-on-3. Just couldn't make it work. Still has the ball. Good work. He's working hard. I'll say that. Caleb Blaine is going to get a card, I think. We'll see what happens here. Yes, they do call timeout. And he is yellow carded. Well, you know what? That's probably a good play.
Yellow card is the call against the Grizzlies.
Caleb Blaine will take a seat. We'll see who's coming in for him. So who that is. Is that Daniel Rivas coming back in? Daniel Rivas comes back in for the Grizzlies.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 10, Daniel Rivas.
I thought I just said that. 8:20 to go here in the second. Free kick coming for the Mavericks. Who did? Kobe Nickel comes in for the Grizzlies, number 3.
The Grizzlies.
The senior will come in for probably the remainder of the game, I would guess. Seniors getting a chance to play in their last game ever as a Grizzly. And we're underway. Another one off the crossbar after this save by Andrew. Wow. Kudos to Andrew Fisher for a great save. I have them with 5. A couple of them have been of the spectacular variety. Mavericks with it at midfield. Bringing it up is Hefner. To Weens. Weens with it still. Dishes it off now. High pressure. Good pressure being put on by Rivas. He's playing it hard. I'll say that. Here comes Ornelas trying to get it to Ortiz. Ortiz with it now at the 25. Ernesto trying to split 2 defenders. Unable to do so. He goes down in a heap. Crying for a foul. Not getting it. Grizzlies get it back. Come on, Kevin. Rivas had it taken off of his foot. Ball goes out of play, and Fincham couldn't get it. His counterpart will throw it in, Eric Loffer. And no, he won't. They're going to give it to Northwest, and it will be Fincham throwing it in.
For the Grizzlies, number 20, Aspen Wadlow.
Wadlow comes back in for the
the
Grizzlies.
Mavericks, number 20, Oliver Jayberg.
And Oliver Jayberg comes in for Maize South with 6.5 to go in the second half. Time, the enemy of Northwest, as they are down by 4. DeRath has it taken off of his foot. Now Fincham has it. Jack with it at the 40, sends it across to DeRath. Back it comes to Landenberger and up to Fincham at midfield. Jack unable to control it. Maize South gets it back, and Parker has it, and he'll send it across. Looks like Wadlow's going to intercept that one. He does. He's got the ball in front of him, but he's got a player on his back. And it goes out of play, and it belongs to Maize South. There's a crossing pass, Blott knocked out nicely by Fisher. That might have had goal on it. Wadlow with it at the 30. To midfield. Here come the Grizzlies now. DeRath with it. Sends it forward into Maverick territory. There's another long one, and it's going to go right to Andrew Fisher. He'll have a goalkeeper distribution. He gives it very quickly to Fincham on the near side. I take that back. He gives it to Mueller. I'm going to take that back again. He gave it to Landenberger. I may have to turn this light back off. I'm looking through the glare on my window. Thank you. That's a little bit better. This is part of the problem when you have old eyes, folks. Sometimes you sound like you don't know whether it's quarter to 8 or Tuesday. Trent Landenberger sends it up to Jack Fincham. Jack loses it to his counterpart. Ball goes out of play. It will belong to the Grizzlies, and they're going to sub in 3 people here, are the Grizzlies. Fincham's going out. And Sam Mueller's going out.
Entering the game for
Ethan
the Grizzlies,
Dirksen
number
is coming
2,
in.
Ethan Dirksen. Number
Also,
11, Dylan Kamenicki.
Dylan Kamenicki,
And
the senior,
13, Zane
called up
Visger.
from JV, is making an appearance in a playoff game. And who was the third one? Zane Visker, number 13, comes in for the Grizzlies as well. As Coach Birbieska begins to clear his bench, the outcome all but decided here with 3.5 to go. Season will end tonight for Northwest. It has been a fun year and a tough way to end it. Unless something really changes here in the next 3 minutes, they're going to end it with 4 consecutive shutouts. Not the way they wanted the season to end. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the hole. Folks, we have so many people to thank for their support, and we're going to thank some of them when we're done here, but we won't get everybody in. So if I don't mention your name or your business before we go off air, we do thank you for your support. The golf tournament is July the 8th. Please support us again this year. We have so many good things happening at the soccer complex. We installed all new irrigation this summer. The grass has never been better than it is now. And we're not having to pay for water because we're using well water. There's one over the top of the goal for a goal kick with 150 remaining. So to all of you who have supported Grizzly soccer throughout the year, we thank you and we look forward to your support again next year. And if you came to the golf tournament, please bring your friends next summer. We had room for more players last year. Please help us fill the building as you will. See, here's one for Andrew to corral. And he sends a long one out towards center, intercepted by the Mavericks. And they bring it back down again. Nice job that time by Rivas to get in the way. And over here on the near side, a long one for Hyro. Come on, Hyro, get one for showing up tonight, buddy. Top of the goal area, he loses it. There's a long blast by Landenberger over the top of the goal. And with 30 seconds to go in the contest, that may be it as far as scoring chances are concerned for Northwest.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2. And your final score this evening, Maize South 4, Wichita Northwest 0.
Maize South High, Grizzlies fall 4-0.
The Mavericks will advance to play the winner of Eisenhower and Maize High on Thursday, October 25th here at.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
With executive producer Greg Darnell, Kevin Arkin with you here at Maize South, where tonight the Grizzlies fall 4-0 to the Mavericks in what was a very well-played first half and a very rickety third quarter for the Grizzlies, and that has been the story of late. They've come out in the second half and given up goals in bunches in short periods of time. Tonight was no exception to that rule. We are done with webcasts for the year. I will tell you, if you were here at halftime, you know that a video was made recapping the varsity and JV seasons, and it was going to be played at the soccer banquet in 2 weeks. But I'm going to go ahead and post it because I was asked to do so. I will post it on YouTube and link it both on Team App, on Facebook, and on the webcast page, and that will all go up tomorrow night. If you're watching this game and you want to watch it again, if you're a Maize supporter, you probably would want to. The podcast of this game will go up approximately 20 minutes after we go off the air, and you'll be able to go watch it again, and the link will remain indefinitely. That's all I have, folks. I want to thank I got to thank some of these sponsors one more time. Mel Hambledon Ford, Emerson Biggins, ABC Discount Wine and Spirits, Aerotech Engineering, Regional Contractors, Dugan and Giroux Attorneys, Gecko Painting, Security First Title, the Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists, Profit Link LLC, Basis Engineering, the Wichita Athletic Soccer Club, the law firm of Fleeson, Gooing, and Kitch, and the many other sponsors who have provided their support through the golf tournament throughout the year. We thank you for your support. We thank all of you for your support. We will be webcasting soccer in the spring. The same page will be used for webcast links for soccer in the spring, so keep an eye out for that. We do not know if we're doing basketball or not this winter because I have not yet been told. If we are, there is a basketball page also on that webcast page. There's a separate page for basketball. But it's soccer time, and we sure thank you for being with us. Look forward to seeing everybody in the spring. Have a happy holiday season, and for our executive producer, Greg Darnell, I'm Kevin Arkin. Once again, Grizzlies fall 4-0. We'll see you next time. Good night.